Hello students, last video I have explained you the important concepts from the chapter how do organisms reproduce. In that I have explained you about the DNA copying, DNA replication, protein formation and what is the importance of variation, etc. Those who have not watched that video, please watch so that you will get the continuity of this chapter. In this video I am going to explain the two important questions. What is the importance of DNA copying in reproduction? Why is variation beneficial to the species but not necessary for the individual? As you know, the DNA or the deoxyribonucleic acid which carries the genetic information from the parents to young ones. If the DNA copying is not taking place means then transformation of genetic material from generation after generation it won't be possible. The parental body designs or the body structure are not passed to the next generation. So, the young generation would be entirely different from the parent or some serious abnormalities are taking place. Copying of DNA ensures that each daughter cell formed at the end of cell division, whether it receives the equal amount of DNA or not. If the DNA is not copied, the daughter cells may not receive all the necessary genes which can code for proteins. And if the proteins are not synthesized in the next generation, their body design and the body structure will alter. Because of this reason, the young ones are not similar to the parents. Errors in DNA copying or inaccuracies in DNA copying which lead to variation or the differences and which is important for the evolution of new species. If the copying is not taking place, then the process of evolution also is not possible. And finally, the stability of the population is also not maintained because of the absence of DNA copying. Next question, why is variation beneficial to the species but not necessarily for the individual? All the species that can occupy well-defined places called habitat or niche in an ecosystem. If any drastic changes occur in that niche, these species either they may evolve or will be eliminated or removed from the environment. If the species have variations within the population, then they are selected naturally and they are capable of continuing their survival generation after generation in the same habitat. If there is no variation takes place, then those species will be eliminated or destroyed by the nature. Thus, the variation helps in the survival of the species. But the variations takes place in an individual, then they may not be able to survive and its generation will be destroyed during an unsuitable environment. So, variation is beneficial at the species level for the evolution of the species as well as for the survival, but not necessarily for an individual. For example, if there were a population of bacteria living in temperate waters, that is the water with moderate temperatures, and if the water temperature were to be increased because of global warming, most of these bacteria would die because they are not able to survive in the highest temperature. But the few variant which can resist to heat, they are able to survive and grow further. So, variation is useful for the survival of the species over time. Hope you understood the video. Please share your valuable comments in the comment box. Thank you for watching.